Hello everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to a new season of Out in Lake Journal. I'm Tom Hellick. With the new year comes the return of the legislature to Albany in what could be one of the most significant midterm election years that could shape the political landscape for many years to come. Governor Andrew Cuomo, who is up for re-election and many believe eyeing a presidential bid in 2 years, delivered his State of the State this week. The governor said one of the biggest challenges for New York is a looming $4.5 billion state budget deficit that he and lawmakers are facing in the months ahead, a deficit he warns could grow if Republicans in Washington pass health care cuts and costs on to states. Cuomo vowed to sue the federal government over the newly enacted federal tax code that he says unfairly results in New Yorkers being double taxed.
What this is going to do is this effectively raises middle-class and working families' property tax 20 to 25% all across the state. It raises their state income tax 20 to 25% all across the state. There is no conceivable justification. New York is already the #1 donor state in the nation. We pay $48 billion more to Washington than we get back. No state contributes more to the federal government and gets back less than New York State. On top of that injustice, Washington's tax plan now uses New York and California as piggy banks to finance tax cuts for Republican states. New York will pay an additional $14 billion on top of the $48 billion that we currently pay. Remember the old adage, robbing Peter to pay Paul? Well, they changed it. They're now robbing the blue states to pay for the red states. It is crass, it is ugly, it is divisive, it is partisan legislating, it is an economic civil war. And make no mistake, they are aiming to hurt us.
Cuomo says the state will look into retooling how it collects tax revenues to try to help those taxpayers who, under the new federal tax plan, will no longer be able to fully deduct their local and state taxes.
We are developing a plan to restructure our tax code to reduce reliance on our current income tax system and adopt a statewide payroll tax system. Now, payroll taxes are legal. The federal government currently has a payroll tax system. We're also exploring creating additional charitable organizations so that contributions to those charitable organizations would be tax deductible. It is complicated, it is difficult, but it is clear that we must protect New York taxpayers from this assault. And it is clear that we must not allow big corporations to enjoy a windfall at the expense of our middle class and working families.
Other proposals that are part of Cuomo's 2018 legislative agenda, reforming how the state handles sexual harassment and abuse allegations, fixing New York City's aging mass transit system. The governor also wants the state to step in to tackle algae blooms threatening Lake George and Lake Champlain, and removing empty rail cars being stored on tracks in the Adirondack wilderness.